Folks, drama bin drama, Arab drama, ole drama, zote pamoja. Ayayayayayayaya. Na kuambia mambo uko Hague kwa ICC. Now, let me summarize first, and then we take it mosmos. Slowly, okay? Apparently, what is emerging is that the evidence being tabled, the evidence being looked at in two particular cases which have started at the ICC will touch on various Kenyan nationals. One particular Kenyan is very high profile, and the others include some past officials in the Moi administration, Daniel Tore, teacher of Moi administration. Now I know some of you are in the dark. Everybody knows about the case involving the Kenyan lawyer who gave himself up, Bwana Paul Geshero. That is the first case I'm referring to. Okay? And then there's another case involving Rwandese, Felicien Kabuga. That one is number 2. But let us start with the Paul Geshero one. Bwana Geshero went to the ICC insisting that he was going to represent himself. But the prosecutor's office convinced him that that was not a good idea. And therefore recently, he has gotten himself an American lawyer. Now, many people got confused. When Bwana Geshero took a plea, he pleaded not guilty. And many were disappointed. They believed that he's going to say nothing. But let me just give you a hint. In order to prove that he's not guilty, he will need to give a story, a very detailed story. Let me put it in another way. It is advised by experts in criminal law that when somebody is defending themselves against, let's say, a crime of murder, a very effective strategy is to convince the court of another scenario involving another guilty person and not them. Let me just leave it there. Jijazie. But bottom line, it will be very difficult to avoid mentioning names and what they did, which will be very explosive information for Kenyans. The kind of information that you cannot release, that you cannot even talk about outside a court of law. But the second case, the second case, ndio mambo yote. You remember, if you've taken in my earlier video, that Bwana Felicien Kabuga hid in Kenya in plain sight for very many years. It is said that he even had several, not one, several diplomatic passports, of course with different names, and therefore he was able to fly in and out of Kenya without any problems. And it goes without saying that a diplomatic passport cannot and can never be organized by a messenger in a government office. No way. It is organized at the highest level you can think of. And so, I'm sure you're beginning to get an idea of the kind of names that will be mentioned. Something else. For somebody to protect you like that, there are no free lunches in this world. And therefore, they must have something to gain from protecting you. Let me just cut to the chase. Bwana Felicien Kabuga was involved in big business with some of these very big people in government, which are now being mentioned as prosecutors gather their evidence to present in court. I can reveal that there are at least two names that will come up in the Felicien Kabuga case of two very prominent Kenyans from the Rift Valley, which will shock Kenyans to their bones. And you see, these two Kenyans are still very active in business in Kenya. And some of those businesses have direct links to Felicien Kabuga. I think you're now beginning to get the drift. Some of these Kenyans are also involved in politics at a very high level. And at least one of them will be linked to the bumping off of a few people who knew too much about Bwana Felicien Kabuga, and some of them were hindrance to the ambitions, political, business and otherwise, of this individual and Bwana Felicien Kabuga. Folks, it is going to be messy, shockingly messy. And what is more is that after this testimony against these individuals, life for those individuals can never be the same again. Because for starters, the testimony will be enough to file serious charges against those individuals at the ICC. You know, I firmly believe that we have now entered the season of exposés. People being exposed. And Kenyans finding out for the first time the true character of powerful people in a country called Kenya. It can never be business as usual. Never ever. You know, when a season has come, you cannot stop it. When the rainy season starts, nobody has power to stop the rainy season. You have no option but to prepare yourself for the rainy season. Keep an umbrella close to you all the time. And we have come to the season of exposés. Of course, we have been prepared for it because, as I've often said on this channel, we all had a very steep learning curve since 2017. Many people were not aware of precisely how politics works in our country. Many of us were not aware of the real character of some of our favorite politicians, whom we have always adored, whom we have always considered to be safi kama pamba, clean. But now we are past that particular stage, and we are about to move into heavy duty exposés. And what I believe will happen, based on the information that I've received, not from a certain fake video, allegedly talking about the ICC cases, not that one. Although some of the information on that video is accurate, but I'm not talking about that as my source. According to information I've received from other sources, what I expect will happen is that a lot of hits and murders that have occurred in our country are going to be solved. We're going to know exactly who was behind it and why. I just wanted to inform you so that you brace yourself for what is coming. There's a video I did earlier this year, very detailed on the whole Kabuga issue, yeah, including the reason why he developed such a serious hatred, yeah, for the Tutsi. I suggest you make every effort to catch it. There should be a link at the top of your screens right now. Click on it and go immediately to that video. The same link is also repeated in the description area below. Thank you so much for watching. And remember to subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.